Hello, everyone out there in the podcast and streaming world. My name's Techie.
And my name's Talon.
How are we, mate?
I'm really excited for the show, man, because we've got possibly the biggest weekend coming up. Plus, with all the other stuff that's been announced, I really want to talk about it because holy shit, man, I can't believe all the stuff that's been announced.
Yeah.
The stuff that's coming. So, let's dive
Let's
right
just
into
say a quick announcement, though. Sorry, guys. I know we're like an hour late. We just had some
But
other stuff that we had to do.
Yeah,
So
one of your best friends.
yeah, I'll shout him out on the
engaged.
show. Nate, congratulations,
Hey!
mate. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Nate. I hope it's a happy marriage. Absolutely. All right. So,
All right, let's get
first
into
agenda,
it. So
first agenda in business.
let's go. As some of you are aware, if you've been on our TikToks or Facebook at all today, hell, not just that, just Facebook and the internet in general, you would have seen that we have our first look at Timothy Chalamet's Willy Wonka.
Yeah. The costume looks great.
Think?
He looks great. It looks like a much more sleeker, version of Depp's costume. Now, I'm gonna, some people might scrutinize me for it. I'm not the biggest fan of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I don't think anyone will scrutinize you for that. I think a lot of people hated that movie.
I prefer the Gene Wilder version,
Who
even
doesn't?
though it's really well. Funny you say that. Roald Dahl, he doesn't like that version.
Does he prefer Johnny Depp's?
He actually prefers the Johnny Depp version.
I think we've had this conversation. He died before the film came out, so
I don't know. It might have been yes. No, we have had this pretty version. I think just his estate. I think people of his estate, people who know the books, just didn't understand the Gene Wilder version.
I don't know how you couldn't, considering Johnny Depp's one is like a serial killer.
He really was.
Let's think about it like that.
All right, but that's not the main topic. It's not Johnny Depp being recast. It's yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Because we're kind of talking about the character in general, and I have to say though, like I think Timothy Chalamet is going to be really, really good.
And it's not like a new story. It's not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's a prequel.
Yeah,
that's right. How he, it's telling how he became the famous chocolatier, the chocolatier he becomes. Where he finds how he comes across the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah,
I really like that. How they're going to explore this character, much more than they did with Depp's film, which only glossed over those factors. So, how he met the Oompa Loompas. I wasn't a big fan of the Oompa Loompas in Depp's movie. They just
I wasn't a fan of the movie in general. I think they got a lot of things wrong.
They got a lot of things wrong, especially with the whole thing of Charlie and actually surprisingly, Charlie was actually really good in that film.
Yes.
I actually like that version of Charlie. I just didn't like, the story, some of the cinematography of that was just atrocious, and it's not even down to a really bad director. It's Tim Burton, and I love Burton. I always will. Batman '89 and Batman Returns and A Nightmare Before Christmas. Some of my favorite Edward Scissorhands. Some of my favorite movies. He's worked with Johnny Depp before, but one thing I didn't understand is where the hell did he go wrong with this? But yes, I'm excited to see this prequel for Willy Wonka. I think it's just titled Wonka, isn't it? It's just called Wonka.
As far as I'm aware, it's called Wonka. Yeah. I think that's all that's been revealed at the moment.
Which I think if that's going to be the title for it, then I'm fine with that. It's good, straight to the point.
Do you think with Wonka, it will have a scene with a talk show host and then ends up being killed?
Oh, no. If you're talking about that scene from Joker, Christ.
Yes, I was. Let's just look at it that way.
Oh, God. No, I don't think so. I don't think...
It's both just their standard name that everyone knows. It's not Willy Wonka. It's just Wonka, and it was Joker.
Oh, God. Hey, Murray, when you bring me out, can you announce me as Joker? Like, Wonka, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But
So
no, I
Wonka
think it's
is
gonna...
directed. Shit, sorry. Wonka is directed by Paul King,
Hmm.
who has had plenty of experience. He did the Paddington franchise, and he co-wrote the
Yeah,
film script with Farnaby.
that's actually really good. I like the Paddington franchise.
Mm.
It had Peter Capaldi in it. I think it was the first movie he did when he was still doing Doctor Who, and the second one was after he had finished Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I honestly really love the Paddington. Paddington is one of my favorite. I had a Paddington doll when I was younger. He's one of my favorite books to read when I was a kid, and I loved I love the story of Paddington. Kind of reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. You know the live action they did for Winnie the Pooh
Yes.
with Ewan McGregor. How did you feel about that one as well for a kids movie?
It was Christopher Robin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Christopher Robin. It was
I
Christopher Robin.
actually haven't seen it yet.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
man, you are missing out. It's so good.
It's been one of the movies I've been wanting to get to. I just haven't watched it yet.
It is on Disney Plus, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I recommend watching it. But you know,
Now,
Timothy,
can I
Timothy
just say
Chalamet-
about his costume? I
Yeah.
love it. I honestly do. I've said this before, and I've been saying it for a while. I have not been keen on this movie,
Yeah.
but after we found out that it was a prequel, and then after seeing this picture of him today, I'm sold 100%.
It reminds me a little bit of with the 11th Doctor with Matt Smith.
Yeah, I see that.
Christmas outfit. Yeah, I see that. I've always said that, when it comes down to it, just the Doctor in that episode just reminds me of Willy Wonka's red outfit that he wore for Johnny Depp's version, but just much more nice. And I think that they took some aspects from...
I think they took aspects from both. I mean, look at the hat.
The hat looks almost the same.
The hat is Gene Wilder's, hands down.
Yeah, hands down. I love the fact that everyone now, especially with Tim Lee, and that I'm taking inspiration from Gene Wilder, was very sad when he passed away. Still very devastated by it.
I mean, you said this though. You said that I'm disappointed that the jacket's not purple.
I am disappointed that the jacket's not purple because in the original books, his jacket is purple. But
however,
maybe
this is young.
Get it later. This is young, and he might get it later.
He might get it later, and on top of that, we don't know what cinematography looks like. Colors, the way it's shot could change the color. I mean, this is a set photo, not a leak photo, but it's an actual release of a set photo.
Tim Lee's got some, Chamberlain's got some big acting talents. I mean, this is a guy.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's got a
brilliant actor.
Yeah, he's also got a busy schedule. He's going to be he's in the new Dune movie with Jason Momoa and freaking Josh Brolin,
Oscar
and
Isaac.
Zendaya, Oscar Isaacs, freaking Dave Bautista as well. He's got some talent, and dead set, he looks really good. And I'm excited to see Dune. I'm excited to see this movie. This movie comes out 2023 in a couple of years, but I'm really happy that
I'm surprised it's 2023. I mean, how long is post-production going to be?
I don't know. Could take a year for post-production.
Exactly. So what are we going to see?
It is a big project.
Are we going to see another boat scene that absolutely terrifies everyone as a kid?
Oh my god, that boat scene from Willy Wonka, the Gene Wilder version. Christ almighty. None of the actors knew about that scene.
No, and everyone thought he went psychotic in that scene.
Everyone thought he would turn into a nut job. And honestly, I don't blame them.
I thought he did turn into a nut job in that scene.
He did, for a second there. But honestly, I love that scene because it was actually really cool. But also, that just shows how great Gene Wilder was at acting. He could literally scare the pants off people. But other than that, I'm definitely keen for this one.
The film is slated for theatrical release on March 17th, 2023.
So we got 2 years. So we got another year to wait.
Year and a bit to wait.
But it gives it time to gives the director time post editing to fix scenes to make things work.
I mean, look, if it's just started filming now, I kind of understand because it probably takes 6 months to film.
It probably had to wait because of COVID and stuff like that, because the film industry is starting to take off again. Because, again, they all had to go into hiatus. I remember Jake Gyllenhaal talking about it during his filming of his Netflix film, The Guilty.
Yes.
they had just gone into lockdown as they started filming. And also it's kind of crazy with the filming of that movie. The director had come in contact with someone who was COVID positive, so he had to go into isolation. So he actually was isolated in a van outside the studio with cameras watching them act and directing the movie from the friggin' from that van.
Yeah, and see, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, next subject. Now, this is something we've spoken about on the show before, and you know my feelings on this.
Oh boy, I don't know about.
They have already tried to attempt this before, and it ultimately failed majorly. Only lasted 13 episodes, and rightly so. It was complete and utter trash.
It was absolutely atrocious because of just how terrible it was. I remember reading reviews for it. Yes, I went back and actually looked at original reviews. All of them said the same thing. This is a pile of garbage. This is terrible. This is nothing like the original. What the hell are we talking about, Techie?
We are talking about that Netflix has picked up that 90s show, a spin-off to that 70s show.
Now, we know for a fact that 2 of the original cast members are coming back for this show, for that 90s show, which I'm still scratching my head, meaning that the 2 actors still alive.
The show marks the return of that 70s show series regulars Kurt Woodsmith and Deborah Jo Rupp as Red and Kitty Foreman, who will watch over their granddaughter and Eric and Donna's daughter, Leah Foreman, for the summer of 1995.
How the hell are they alive? Like, the characters survived the entire 80s. And
now,
I don't get it.
This brings a lot of questions. Is Ashton Kutcher going to want to return?
I don't know if he would. Would he?
Will Mila Kunis return?
For Grace?
Now, this is the other question. They're going to have to address Hyde somehow.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Because Denny is in a fuckload of trouble.
Yeah, the actor who played Danny.
On the 23rd of May, Danny Madison was ordered to stand trial on 3 rape charges. So,
isn't that the guy that played the older brother of Topher Grace's character?
Well, it wasn't the brother. No, it was his best friend, Stephen Hyde.
Hang on, what's the actor's... His actor's name Stephen Hyde, or is that his character's name?
The character's name was Stephen Hyde. He's the one with the beard, with the glasses.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
His friend, that was living with them, so kind of like a brother, but...
What's the actor's name?
Denny Masterson.
Yeah, I got it, yeah. Yeah, he is.
Because he had to leave the ranch because of all of this allegations as well.
Yes, he had to leave the ranch. I remember that. So, 2018, he was arrested and charged connection of 4 rape allegations. Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ranch. I didn't know how I felt about the ranch.
Oh, look, give it a chance. I felt the same way about you, but it hits you in some emotional levels sometimes. It's really good. I actually really recommend the show. But yes, so that 90s show, it's constructed as a multicam sitcom, much like its predecessor, and has the showrunner Greg Metler, this time around with the original series creators Bonnie Turner and Terry Turner, writing and executive producing alongside their daughter Lindsay Turner. Marcy Carsey and Tom Werner will also executive produce under the Carsey Werner Company.
You know what I find absolutely hilarious about the ranch? Another actor showed up as a special guest. Fucking John Cryer showed up. John Cryer and Ashton Kutcher did the final seasons of 2.5 Men after Charlie Sheen left the show in spectacular fashion.
Well, do you know who else was ended up becoming a bit of a regular for a while on the ranch? Was Wilmer? I can't pronounce his name, but the guy who played Fez.
Yeah,
he ended up being in the ranch as well.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Wilmer Valderrama as Alberto. Yeah. I love the fact that most of the cast from that 70s show.
It was pretty much a reunion show. Yeah,
reunion show.
But I don't know how I feel about this yet. Yes, it's cool that some of the that the original cast is kind of coming back, and we've got the original creators behind it. It's cool. I'm just skeptical after that 80s show.
Yeah, the 80. How was that? How was that 80 show? It wasn't good, wasn't it?
No, this is what we were talking about prior. Like, you check out the reviews, everything like that.
That 80 show. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that 80 show was fucking awful. Sorry, fucking brain dead for a second there. But honestly, I don't know. Look, I love that 70s show.
So
it
do
was
I.
a real fun show to watch. I always burst out laughing when they all were just smoking weed in the fucking garage and it's all spun around the camera. You knew for a fact that all of them were high. They didn't preface it. You didn't prefacize it because, again, it's daytime television. They wouldn't be able to. But
You
the
just
fact
knew because,
is,
well, for one, it's the 70s and they're teenagers.
Exactly. I just love Red. Red was one of my favorite characters because he reminded me a lot of my dad. Just always grumpy and just always complaining. Dumbass. He said the right things. Also, you couldn't really one up him. He reminded me a lot of Frank from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yep.
Reminded me a lot of him. It's really sad that both those actors from Everybody Loves Raymond have all passed on.
That's right.
Yeah, both Raymond's parents have passed away, which is very sad too.
But look, I don't know. I'm gonna give this a chance. But
I think the best thing you can do is just
let's wait to see what else gets announced. Who else returns?
I agree.
All right.
It's interesting. I hope it goes well. I want it to go well.
Me too.
I think it has potential to go well.
Yes. Yeah. Much more than that 80s show. All right, let's move on. We've been wanting it. You've been wanting it. Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, has finally been announced after a long time of rumors about it coming. It's a HD upgrade, and it will contain some of the most beloved entries into the already hit franchise. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. All three games are slated to arrive this year.
Which Rockstar have been so stingy about this release for a little while. They have been so quiet about it because, again, we talked about how I'm so pissed that they're just rehashing Grand Theft Auto 5 again for PS5. And it's not even a remaster. But again, we talked about that previously in our last show. I've seen different screenshots from the remaster of PS5, how it's just not even a graphic improvement. It just looks exactly the same as the PS4 version. They're just saying it's updated, but it's a load of horseshit. But I'm excited for this because it's a remaster. It's a remaster of the 3 original games that pioneered Grand Theft Auto. You can't talk about Grand Theft Auto without talking about Grand Theft Auto 3. I loved playing that game. I cannot tell you how many hours I synced in Grand Theft Auto 3. Then you get to Vice City. I have been wanting for Rockstar to go back to Vice City. Go to they go to San Andreas, Los Santos a lot. They go to Liberty City a lot, but they've never gone back to Vice City. And it pisses me off so much that they never go back to Vice City.
Now, this is the exciting bit. So it's coming to the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it's coming to the Switch, which is... Oh, and also PS4 as well, yeah?
Yes, I mentioned PS4.
Yeah, but it's coming to the Switch, which is going to be interesting.
These versions of the collections are set to release sometime in 2021, with mobile ports expected to arrive in the first half of 2022.
Mobile ports mean you can play it on your phone?
Yeah, but you can already do that.
You can already do that, though. What's the point? You can already play it on your phone.
Maybe the HD upgrade. That would be it.
Maybe.
I'm interested to see what they'll do with the PlayStation 5 version of this, though.
I hope it's good because Dead Set, if they fuck it up, people are going to be pissed because this is Rockstar's legacy here. These are the games that made them popular.
Yeah, these are the games that made this franchise, really.
Yeah. Especially when you talk about controversy. You talk about, video game controversy. These are at the top.
I really want GTA 4 again.
Yeah, I love GTA 4.
I was actually playing it yesterday,
my cousin!
as you're aware, I found my old Xbox.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe you found that old thing.
And I hooked up my Xbox 360 to the TV as well yesterday.
Yeah, dude, you've got the gaming empire there. Jeez, you got PS5. You still got a PS4, don't you?
Yep.
PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Xbox 360, but you haven't got an Xbox One.
No, but I also have a PlayStation 1 and 2 and 3.
My God, I forgot about that. Yeah, you got this. Jesus, how many consoles do you need?
Not enough.
Not enough. But,
not enough yachts.
Techie, I have to ask you a very important question. You want to go bowling?
What do you mean by that?
Nico, my cousin, do you want to go bowling?
Actually,
how many times did he?
But
how many times did he call you just to ask you if you want to go fucking bowling?
Oh no! But you didn't end up going bowling anyway. Where else did you end up going in GTA?
Drinking.
You went to the strip club, dude.
Shut up.
But not only that though, but like that GTA 4 had a lot of good, parts for that game. A lot of good gaming physics behind it.
Those ragdoll physics, my God.
It's not just that, but like even when you shot at the glass, you actually saw glass shatter.
Yeah, and again, I have to argue about the point. GTA 5 did it better for me. I love 5. I always will because I love the.
I watched this video and they were showing the difference between GTA 4 and GTA 5, and there's a lot of stuff they did in GTA 4 that they didn't do in GTA 5, which was better gaming
in GTA
physics.
4. I love the physics in 4. As when driving, you really felt like you were driving a car. Also, you couldn't there was no country. Everything was all the city, and I liked that because it made driving interesting. Made driving tricky because you go okay, take a left turn in Dalloway's and that, and also it had a really cool story.
It did.
I like Nico Bellic. He's an immigrant. He's trying to get away from his past. He's come to America, trying to live the dream and that, the American dream. And he ends up kind of getting there, but also the ending choice: he loses the love of his life, or he loses his cousin.
That's right.
Which one did you choose? Did you use the love of his life, or did you choose his cousin?
I chose the love of his life.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like the girl he liked?
No, I did.
Wait, I meant who do you choose to sacrifice? Do you choose his cousin, or you choose the love of his life?
Right. I chose the cousin.
I tried out both. So I did a playthrough. I did 2 playthroughs. I did one where I got to the end and I chose Roman. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Then I did another playthrough and I'm like, I've done Roman. I know what happens, but I want to see what happens when you choose Kate. And you end up, it's even more tragic for Kate because now you're alone. You barely can hang out with your cousin because he's got a wife now and you've got no one.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, I wrote as a cousin because I was just like, you know what, I love you, man, but I need to be with my girl. But again, back to with the remasters, I loved playing GTA. Seriously, how many times I jumped on GTA 3?
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh freaking! Oh shit! Here we go again. I love that. I remember when here's the crazy thing. I remember San Andreas was released. I bought it on PS2.
Yeah.
And I was away on holiday. So I couldn't play it for a week. I had to wait until I got home. Finally I could play it. And you know what? I loved it. I loved the physics. I loved how they had so much stuff in San Andreas. You could go to the gym.
It felt really open world.
Yeah, it felt really open world. You could, for instance, you could become a bodybuilder, become an absolute fucking, become a bodybuilder. You can become skinny as hell. Or you can become a fat.
You can drive on the train track and.
Oh God! Don't remind me of that.
Try and beat the train, or get hit by the train.
How about that mission where you're on the motorcycle and you got to get smoke and try and shoot the guys on top of? Oh God, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst mission designs ever. That was the problem with the original Grand Theft Autos. Some of the mission structures infuriated me. For instance, Vice City, when you have to destroy that building by flying around with the little remote control airplanes, I wanted to throw my controller out the window with those. It got even worse with San Andreas. San Andreas had a helicopter section. That's one of the main missions.
Yep.
You have to complete it like a remote control helicopter, and a remote control helicopter was so annoying to control.
It was like the Superman 64 section.
Yeah, I honestly would think it had better controls than Superman 64 because anything that is Superman 64 is better. Anything that is not Superman 64 is better than Superman 64. But I'm excited to see this remaster. I really hope that they.
Yeah, what are you going to pick it up on?
I'm getting it on. Probably get it on PS4. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I will get it on Switch. I want to see.
Yeah, I think I might pick it up on both. I think I'll pick it up on PS5 and Switch.
I want to wait for a discount though. Like, I hope that they don't charge too much for it because, like Dad said, I hate GST. I hate paying full price for a game.
Let's see. Do we have any
orders
out?
I don't think we do yet, and as far as I'm aware, but I will check.
I'm checking now. Let's have a look. Nothing yet.
No, nothing yet. I figured that. I will.
I mean, it's only been 2 days.
It's only been 2 days, so I honestly am keen to see how this game goes. I really hope Rockstar does not mess this up. Like, this is a big release. Even though it's a remaster everyone has been asking for. I hope it's good. Anyway,
I hope it's good too. Just makes me want them to remaster Red Dead 1 now.
Yeah, I hope they do. It'd be great. Hell,
It'd be great.
You could remaster GTA 4.
Yep, exactly.
That'd be good. But let's move on.
All right, let's move on. You want to talk about it? I want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is also us announcing Sunday.
Yep.
We will be doing a show Sunday because it's a big day. It's a big day.
It's a big weekend for both of us. More for me because I'm a horror fan, but this is nothing related.
Well, on top of that too, isn't this the week as well of Animal Crossing's Direct?
I believe it is. Yes, that is right.
So we'll talk about that at some point.
I need to check the date for that.
The thing we are talking about right now, though,
is
DC Fandom.
Finally, fandom
2021.
2021, where we will finally see upcoming trailers for The Flash. We'll get more info on the Black Adam.
I don't think we'll see a trailer for The Flash, but we'll see some behind-the-scenes footage.
Yeah, I think
we are definitely getting a trailer for the Batman.
Oh, that's the one thing I was saving up for the most. We're finally going to see a new trailer for the Batman, and I'm so excited I cannot stay on my seat. I'm probably going to lose my shit, man.
So DC has revealed the final trailer for this year's DC Fandom, teasing big reveals from Matt Reeves' The Batman, Andy Muschietti's The Flash movie, and the Dwayne Johnson-led Black Adam. The trailer also reminds DC fans that the event will bring the cast and crew of upcoming films and TV shows and games to talk about some of the most anticipated projects for the next couple of years. In less than a minute, the official trailer for 2021's DC Fandom has some short scenes from the biggest DC films set to be released within the next year: Batman, The Flash, and Black Adam. However, the trailer underlines how the fandom will bring news for much more than theatrical releases, as we'll see footage from Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Still keen about that.
I am very keen about that one. I hope they talk more about Gotham Knights as well. I want to see more.
Warner Brothers Games Montreal's Gotham Knights will also be there. There are also clues to the future of DC on TV. In and outside of the Arrowverse were scenes from the Peacemaker, Titans, Doom Patrol, Stargirl, and Naomi.
One thing that gets me interested the most is,
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yeah, but also,
have you watched that show yet, by the way?
I have not.
It's fantastic. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, because it's animated and it's voiced not by Tara Strong. It's voiced by Kaylee Cuoco. That's right, Penny herself.
One thing that makes me excited most
it's fantastic. I love it.
one thing that makes me happy the most is for the Australian side. Do you know the do you remember the show Good Game on ABC?
Yes.
The one of the hosts, Hex, like
Yes,
Steph
Hex.
Hex, she's gonna be hosting the after party for DC Fandom.
Oh, awesome! I love Hex. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
so they'll be in this.
Let's be honest, guys. We all had a crush on Hex. Let's be honest.
Shut up. Shut up. I still do. Dude, she goes live on Twitch. I watch her playing Twitch.
We're also getting stuff from Young Justice Phantoms and all upcoming series Batman Caped Crusader.
Yes, I'm so oh shit, that's Bruce Timm's Batman Cape Crusader. I need to see more about that because I love anything that Bruce Timm has done, except Batman Harley Quinn. I don't talk about that one. But I want to see Cape Crusader. It looks great. Looks fantastic. I love the artwork for it. I love how they've gone with, instead of going with the animated series suit design, they've gone with a different design, more of a classic look Batman. I love that.
So we should be having many new trailers this weekend and some release dates.
We honestly are going to be sharing a lot of those onto our page. You'll also notice as well that Techie has been sharing a lot of links on our page. From now on, what we're going to be doing is any news that we get, we will be sharing that directly to our Facebook page. Make sure you guys check that out. We'll do all of our social media inlets after the show.
Yep. And also videos now on TikTok. I was about to say Twitter, but TikTok.
Yeah, I still need to get the login info for the TikTok out of TikTok because I need to get that so I can actually do my own TikTok and start posting on there.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that after the show. Now another thing you want to talk about.
Yes.
We finally got the final fighter for Smash Bros. And it's Sora.
It's Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I remember I was up late watching a friend's live stream on Twitch, and they unveiled it right there. And holy fuck! Like, you guys have no idea.
I mean, it was kind of, let's be honest, it was kind of the worst kept secret in gaming because it's been talked about
for years.
For years.
Like 6 to 7 years it's been rumored because, again, you have to understand the legal fucking battleground that Nintendo had to step on in order to get him in the game. Because it's not only you're dealing with Square Enix, you're also dealing with Disney. You're dealing with Disney. And Disney's a problem because Disney's very protective of their properties. I am so shocked that they got him. Like, everyone wanted, like, I know for a fact that some other people were like, oh, really, Sora? I'm like, guys, you have no idea how hard it was to get this character into Smash.
It brings the question to something we mentioned on our last show about Mario.
Yeah.
Now that they've got this deal with Disney, how come they didn't go with Disney for the Mario movie?
I don't know either.
It just brings that question, like why?
Yeah,
they've
I
got
think
a
the deal
better.
could have been done.
They got a better animation team than Illumination. Let's be honest.
But again, come on, we've got to give Illumination credit. We haven't seen anything yet.
No, that's right. I'm not bagging out the animation from Mario, but when you're comparing it to Disney animation, they're known for their animation.
I know. I don't understand it, but I think the deal might have been done
prior. Yeah, obviously.
Prior to them getting Sora into Kingdom Hearts. But guys, Sora is in Kingdom Hearts. I don't need to even scream that out. Sora is in Kingdom Hearts. You can finally play as Sora in Kingdom Hearts. Now,
did you go back and play it after the announcement? I started playing 3.
I haven't got any Kingdom Hearts games here, but I know I don't have any Kingdom Hearts games.
But you will,
I will because it's coming to Switch. All of them. All of the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, all the other spin-offs like Dream Drop Distance, all the other ones that you played on like 3DS and the Game Boy and stuff like that, they're all coming to Switch, including Kingdom Hearts 3. I am surprised and kind of blown away that they're going to put Kingdom Hearts 3 on Switch, and they showed a gameplay for it in the Direct. It actually looks really good on the Switch. I'm not going to lie.
I'm still not sure.
I want to see how it goes, but they showed off gameplay to it.
Only because it's not physical. It's
cloud-based. It's cloud based.
So
That's
it's going
another
to take
thing.
up a lot, and I mean a lot of storage on your Switch. So
I could
be
delete a lot.
prepared to get a
I could
big
delete all
SD card
games.
for it to.
I could just delete all games. I don't care. I mean, I haven't got many games on my Switch. I've got like Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, and a bunch of other free title games that I've got on there. But I can
You
just
tell me
delete
you haven't
them.
got Mario Odyssey?
No, I don't have Mario Odyssey anymore.
Oh, get it,
I don't. I know. I played it. I finished it. I've got everything.
but keep it.
Well, why? Why keep a game I already finished and got everything?
To play again because it's a fantastic game. In my opinion,
I
it's one of the
know.
best Mario games ever created.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure about that one, buddy boy, because 64 is still my favorite.
I'm saying one of. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's one of the best.
No, the best is the Super Mario movie.
Actually, brings me the question: do you think they'll bring in an Italian video game?
Oh, good God Almighty! I hope not.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Make more
Wouldn't
profit off
pass
it.
it. Would they get Chris Pratt to voice Mario again?
Probably.
I
Just
don't know.
tie
I
into that
still
movie.
am scratching my head over the Chris Pratt thing. I still will for a while until I see a fucking trailer.
Yeah,
But
but
you know, like guys, you have no idea like the love
It-
I have for Kingdom Hearts.
it brings me the question to: what special abilities are they going to bring for him? Are we going to see any other Disney characters pop up as a special ability?
I do not know. I hope they do. Like, I'm just gonna check out. Yeah, I'm just gonna check out his abilities. So I'm just checking out. I'm just going on Nintendo.com.au. So okay. So all his moves are inspired by Kingdom Hearts. Sora excels in fighting in the air when playing him in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. His jumps are high and his movements are light and soft. While he's easily launched by opponents, Sora's powerful combo-based attacks using his mighty Keyblade make him a formidable challenge. So, using a series of initial button presses, Sora can perform all types of different combos with his Keyblade, be it straight-on attacks, aerial moves, or side smashes. He also uses magic, just like in Kingdom Hearts. Fans will recognize the Firaga, Fundaga, and Blizzaga spells, which can be unleashed in various ways to cover the battleground. With the volley of impressive hits, Sora can also activate his final smash, calling Sealing the Keyhole, to send his worthy opponents flying. Now, we're going now. The stage, of course, is Bastion, which I perfect. Fans of the Kingdom Hearts series will immediately recognize the familiar location. Featured heavily in many of the game's franchises, the dynamic stage contains one platform in its center, and as the battle nears its close, players will travel to the special area inspired by Dive to the Heart, with visuals features some familiar faces from Kingdom Hearts series. Now, what they mean by Dive to the Heart is that's the tutorial level from Kingdom Hearts 1 with the giant stained glass.
Yeah.
So when you download the Challenger Pack, you'll get 9 music tracks from Kingdom Hearts series. An additional music track, Dearly Beloved Swing version, will be added to the games for those who played Kingdom Hearts: A Melody of Memory. A new spirit board starring characters from Kingdom Hearts like Riku, Kairi, and Rockers will also be added. Additionally, new paid in-game costumes for the Mii Fighter, including Doomslayer.
Sweet.
Yeah, Doomslayer's a skin. So, finally, presentation also included a surprise announcement that several games in the Kingdom Hearts will be coming to the Nintendo Switch as cloud titles, including Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix cloud version, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue cloud version, and Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind cloud version. More information about these games, including their release dates on Nintendo Switch, will be announced at a later date. Now, the cool thing is, you want to say that we're getting additional people. We are, but they're skins for other fighters. But it's all the other Keyblade Masters: Kairi, Riku, Terra, Terra, Rox, Aqua, and Xemnas, I believe. I gotta check. I've dead set. No, Ventus, Terra, Aqua, Riku, and Kairi, I believe, are the 5 skins for other fighters. And I think that's 5 of them for the Fire Emblem people, which I think is perfect. Because they're all sword-based characters, so why not have skins for them, turn them all into the Keyblade Masters? Which I think is a really cool concept. I love that. I know a lot of people complain that Sora is another sword-based wielder, but, you have to understand, this is, one of the most beloved characters of all time. Also, it's from a franchise that kind of went a bit dark after Kingdom Hearts 3. When 3 dropped, everyone started talking about Sora. But the thing is, I think now that he's in Smash, this is going to pump up
Boost
hype.
sales again, yeah.
And also, it's going to, probably a lot of fans are going to be buzzing around saying, okay, because they're only done the first act of the the ending trilogy for the Dark Seeker saga, which is the saga that Sora features in. Are they going to do another saga? I think they should, because honestly, Kingdom Hearts is a franchise, and there's so many Disney characters that you can honestly mix in. Also, nothing with Kingdom Hearts 3 that didn't really do is there's no Final Fantasy characters. None.
Yeah, I know.
There were none, but they could totally do that if they continue on Kingdom Hearts. Mm-hmm. Sora is still the Keyblade Master. He could still, be introduced into the story. I love that. I honestly am happy that he's in this, and I don't give a damn what people have said. Everyone wanted Waluigi. Okay, we didn't get Waluigi. Big deal. He's still a most prolific character in all other Smash games and games of his own. But this is motherfucking Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Do you think this will be the last?
You really think this will be the last fighter?
Mm.
Absolutely.
Like, what if they don't release any new Smash Bros. Game?
I honestly think they will.
The next few years. Let's just look at it like that. Then they've got a property sitting there for ages with nothing new. It's going to go stale.
I don't know. I can't answer that for you because Dead said it's only just happened last week.
Yeah. So
I can't answer that for you, but I will say this though. I think Sora was a great choice to be the final character.
I agree.
Sugiyara, what's the name of the guy? Oh man, I forgot the name of the presenter.
The creator of Smash Bros.
Yeah, Mr. Sakara. Yeah, Mr. Sakara. Yeah, Mr. Sakara, Sakara. I'm butchering his name. I'm terrible. But Mr. Sakara literally, was so happy to get him. Even he was shocked because he had no idea he could get this. Like Nintendo had no idea they were gonna get Sora because again, like I said, tricky legal ground when it comes to Sora because he's a beloved character. Also, it's not just Square Enix character. It's also Disney characters as well. So yeah, and the reason why it's a Disney character is because of the one simple thing. The Keyblade. It has a Disney insignia on it.
It does.
And anything that has a Disney insignia on it is automatically freaking automatically Disney because of Mickey Mouse's trademark.
Yep.
It's their trademark. But yes, Kingdom Hearts, Heart Smash, I have not stopped watching that trailer because it's so beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful. But we've talked about it a lot about Smash. Get Smash. In main Sora, I watched a lot of his combat stuff. I loved it. Anyway, let's move on. I've talked a lot about it.
Yes. We've actually got one last topic, and you want to talk about it too. It's Halloween Kills.
Yes, so Halloween Kills is actually dropping this weekend. This is supposedly the final chapter, I think. I don't know if they will do it, but I honestly think it will be because, again, Jamie Lee Curtis, they're getting younger. No. Now, if you've seen Halloween, which was the last one they did, it was about... I loved it. I watched the trailer for it. Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about it. The last Halloween was about, was about Laurie, getting, going after Jason. It was about going after Jason, going after Michael. And her granddaughters and her daughters and that dealing with Michael returning. Now this is about the town. It's about Haddonfield, and I love the fact that they're all coming together to do one thing: to kill him.
Yeah,
and such a Halloween Kills, and I love the fact that this guy is not normal. This guy cannot be just a normal man.
No.
If you've seen the last Halloween, spoiler warning, please go watch the 2018 version of Halloween, or just go watch the original Halloween. It's great. But Laurie actually traps Michael inside her house and sets it on fire. And, he somehow walks out of that fire in the trailer that we saw. He somehow survived. So now it's up to not just Laurie and her family, but also the entire town trying to fucking stop this guy from going to kill more people.
Yeah.
And that said, he has been killed so many times in the entire movie. Like, he's had his head chopped off, he's been stabbed, he's been burned alive.
You sure he's not in Star Wars?
Probably. Who knows? But Michael Myers is one of the most prolific, slashers to actually have a strong franchise, which is sad. Which is sad because, while I'm not a big fan of the Friday the 13th remake because of some of the stories that Rooney Mara talked about on set, I just feel like even Cosplay Chris didn't like some of the makeup because it just looked too real, didn't have the goofiness. And while I love the actor who played Freddy in that movie, it just didn't feel like Freddy to me. And the Friday the 13th remake they did with Jared Padalecki, it was okay. It was actually pretty badass because they made Jason a freaking vicious, smart monster.
Yeah, they did.
It just didn't do well at the box office, which is sad because he's a classic.
Speaking of horror stuff, though, we got a new poster for Scream.
Yes, I saw that. We're getting a Scream movie.
Which I'm keen. The poster looks good. Love it.
Poster looks good.
Looked good.
Yeah.
It's generic. It's just the mask with a knife.
Which I think is pretty good because, again,
it's everyone knows that mask, and
it's like
it's their brand. So you see the poster, you go, "Oh shit, new Scream movie, cool."
It's one of the most collected. It's one of the most worn Halloween masks of all time. I see them everywhere when I go to the cheapo store. There's cheap knockoff versions.
Yep.
I'd rather get the real. I'd rather get a Trick or Treat Studios Ghostface mask if they want so much money. But I might actually for the next show when we get closer to Halloween, I might actually draw some Halloween masks and put them here.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, get the Jason mask, draw the Michael Myers one, do the Ghostface one. Another horror movie that came out recently was a remake. Was Candyman. I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen the original and I love the original, but I was interested to see this one. I might go see it, or I might watch it if it comes out on a streaming platform as well. But Halloween Kills comes out this weekend. I'm definitely going to go see it because, again, I'm a big fan of the Halloween franchise. I love the original so much. I didn't mind number 2. I have not watched H2O or the Rob Zombie versions because I wasn't a big fan of those ones and they just didn't look really good. Also, I'm not a big fan of. Yeah.
You have no idea what I just referenced then, did you?
No, I didn't.
The Clio, the condensation, because you said H2O.
I hate you. But no, H2O, Halloween H2O, just not a big fan of it because Busta Rhymes fucking kicks Michael Myers out of a freaking window with a karate kick. Don't ask me what I'm talking about. It's a scene in the movie. It's awful. And Rob Zombie's Halloween is just so over the top. It's unbelievably hilarious. They try to go for the serious Halloween thing. Unfortunately, they turn into a comedy. It's like with Nicolas Cage and the freaking
Superman movie.
Oh, no. Yeah, there was a Superman movie, yeah, but it's nothing on the levels of the Wicker Man. You bitches! You bitches! No, not the bees! Ah! Oh God, I could talk to you for hours just how hilarious that movie is. Even another YouTuber I watched, Chris Stockman. He did one of his.
Yeah, I know Chris.
Yeah, his hilariosity on it, and he made a good point. He said, I bet you the directors sat when they unveiled this movie and talked about it. It's like, yeah, we went to make a horror movie. We end up making a comedy. It's true. Because it tries to be this serious, like, horror movie, and even the artwork for it looks really terrifying. But when you watch it, you can't stop laughing. There's a scene, and okay, I'm just gonna. Have you actually seen The Wicker Man?
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna describe a scene to you, and I'm actually gonna see if you'll laugh to it. There is a scene. I'm gonna control myself here. This is fucking hilarious. There is a scene in this movie where Nicolas Cage is in a bear costume. He runs through the woods in this bear costume.
Then he texts Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant.
No. He then he's trying to save his estranged daughter from these like cultist women.
Mm-hmm.
And he's running through the woods in his bear costume. He punches a woman in the face, in the back, exactly my face, and then he just picks up the girl and keeps running. Like,
why?
what is going on? He even take this. He goes to the bar, like he goes to like the tavern of this island that he's on, because this entire island's run by women. He just walks up to the lady who owns his tavern, just stares at her, doesn't say anything, and he just sucker punches her in the face. Like,
right.
yeah. He even does a freaking like karate kick of one of the women into a fucking wall with windows in it. He draws his gun on a woman riding a bike. He's like, "Get off the bike." It's so funny. Go watch it. And guys, if you have never seen The Wicker Man, you want a good laugh, get a couple of friends, get some alcohol, and drink every single time there's something related to bees in this movie. You will be drunk by the end of the movie. It is hilarious. But yes, no, go support Halloween Kills. It's a great film. It's also got Jamie Lee Curtis. You know, a lot of the original actors from some of the original movies have returned as well.
Yep.
Go watch it.
Definitely. I think I might check it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's in the end for this show. In the meantime, you can follow our socials here at TikTok, where we'll be posting more content very soon at the Techie and Talon Show. You can also follow us here at our Facebook at the Techie and Talon Show, where we are currently live right now. Everyone out there on Facebook.
Hello.
You can also follow us on YouTube at the Techie and Talon Show, again, where we are live, right now. Go and check back at our older episodes. They are up there. And on Twitch at the Techie and Talon Show. Still figuring out, guys, when we can go live together.
We still want to play some games and that. Just, you know, my schedule and his schedule. Sometimes when we do a show or when he comes home from work, we're both freaking tired and we just want to do one thing: sleep.
That's right. Also on our Instagram at the Techie and Talon Show, and on Twitter at Talon_show.
Go.
A couple of other announcements. There may or may not be a show tomorrow night. We'll let you know. And there won't be a show on Wednesday either.
We know we have been talking about getting back into our, Toxic Quantity podcast, but again, like I said, sometimes life gets in the way for our show. We do apologize for that. Try to stay consistent on top of that. We do apologize for that. We do. But just, sometimes this stuff happens. We understand that. But again, we do love doing this show. We're not getting tired of it. Just life likes to get in the way and freaking screw us around sometimes.
That's right. But Thursday we will be doing 2 shows. So we're going to push our regular show forward.
Becky, I can't. I have a shoot on Thursday night.
What time?
At 6:30.
You bastard. We had this planned. But all right.
I'm sorry. I had a photo. It's my Pyramid Head shoot. I'm shooting Pyramid Head finally.
Okay, fine. Saturday.
I can do Saturday. I can do Friday during the day. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
not free. I work.
Yeah,
so
but
Saturday we will do a double show. There you go. Saturday we'll do our Toss a Coin to Your podcast.
I'm absolutely free as a bird. I'm not doing anything else out of that. So it'll be fine.
So there you go.
I'm sorry.
Saturday, and then we'll get back to our Wednesday for our Toss a Coin to Your podcast.
Absolutely.
All
We
right.
appreciate everybody. We
Yeah, we do.
appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for understanding. And we hope you enjoyed this episode. Until then, Techie out.
Talon out.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.